This is Carl with JCM Technology Solutions. I have another episode of our how-to video series. Today's episode is the second of a three-part series addressing security on your Grandstream IP PBX. This time we're going to cover usernames and passwords. So I know you're thinking by default the username for the Grandstream PBX is just the extension. So that's the SIP username. Well, that's the default setting and I don't feel that it's very secure. So we make sure that we set the usernames to something else on the system, and also that we have a strong password. So it's really important, especially if you have your ports open to the outside world, and if they're in sequence like ours are here, it's really easy to just go down the line and try to brute force and crack those passwords one by one by one. So one right after the other, not very good. So today we're going to show you how to change it and then how to make passwords for your extensions strong as well. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you want to do is you want to ensure that you do have the strong password setting enabled. So go to PBX, Internal Options, maybe, General. There are two checkboxes. One is Enforce Strong Password, check, and then Enable Random Password, check. Those should be enabled by default. However, if they're not, it's a good practice to go ahead and just check those and make sure that they are there. So next, we're going to go to the extensions. And the extension we've been working with is 102. So if we look at 102, click the pencil to edit it. Right now the extension 102 and then your SIP password doesn't look very secure, and even if you hover the example, that example is not very secure in my opinion either. Also notice we have this field auth ID, so you can hover that and you can see if it's not configured, the extension will be used for authentication. So if we do use this field, then we can use it for authentication. So what we're going to do now is, I've already got a password in my buffer, so I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm going to append the 102. And now I'm going to go over here to the password field and I'm going to generate another password. Let's do a 26 character. There are certain characters that gets taken and some that not. I'll put the list on the video so you know what's taken and what's not. So I'm just going to pick that one. Nice password there. Let's click Save. Okay. We'll apply those changes while that's applying. So back in 102 here, this is the phone itself. So SIP user is 102 and the authenticate ID is 102. So okay, so now that that's reloaded, let's go to 0 config, and we want to push this configuration out. So we're going to find our extension 102. We're going to update the device and send the notify. There we go. I see that the field has been set. So let's look at this again. So we'll go back to settings, account, general settings, and now we have our authenticate ID. So that's a much stronger username, but then we also have that nice password there as well. So that's it. That's how you can set the authenticate ID to get a stronger username, stronger password. By best practice, it's probably better to rotate these every few months. So a static target's one that's easier to hit, one that's moving. So changing every few months, it's easy to do. So you can see you can do it just with the GUI, push it to the phone, and that's all you need to do. All right, so this was part 2 of our security series. One more to go. We're going to talk about encryption next time around. So until then, thank you so much for watching and hope to see you next time. Take care.